Welcome to Dumbbell Strength. My name is Amber Langford. I'm going to be running you through your workout today. For today's workout, we are going to be doing some supersets. Our supersets are going to be alternating between a lower body and an upper body / core exercise. Some of our upper body exercises have a little bit more of an emphasis on core than our lower body exercises. So we're kind of combining that a little bit today. We are going to go for about a mid-range of repetitions, staying between that 10 to 12 range for all exercises. We're going to do about 8 exercises for today's workout. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. Taking the time, press start on our fitness watches if we want to track today's workout. And let's begin with a little bit of a warm-up. Taking our arms, we're just going to reach out to the side, all the way up to the ceiling, stretching as tall as you can, and then bringing those arms back down. We're going to do 3 overhead reaches, lengthening through that spine as we reach up, and then bringing those arms down. Let's widen that stance, feet facing forward. Taking that right arm, we're going to reach up to the ceiling and over to the left. Left hand reaches down that left leg, and switch. We're alternating side to side, focusing on getting as much of a side bend as we can, making that nice C shape. One more, each side here. Next, we're going into our butt kickers, keeping those hips nice and flat. I want you to pull those heels up towards your glutes, alternating side to side, getting those hamstrings working and stretching out the front of our thighs. One more each side, last warm-up exercise. Hamstring scoops. We're going to stick one leg straight out in front of us, keeping that front leg straight and our foot flexed, toes off the ground. We're going to take our hands, reaching down towards the ground, scooping those arms up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring them down, and then switching sides, other leg in front. Doing your best to reach as close to the ground as you can, while keeping that front leg nice and straight. Feel a nice stretch all the way down that back of your thigh. Last one here. And relaxing out of that. Let's go ahead and get started with our workout for today. Like I mentioned in the beginning, we're doing some supersets today. For superset number 1, we're going to start with upper body. We're doing a lot of shoulder work today. For our first exercise, we are going pretty light with our weight. I'm going to be using 5 pounds here. For this exercise, we're going to be doing some L raises. For our L raises, I want you to stand with your feet underneath those hips. From here, we're going to take one arm. We're going to bring it out to the side. At the same time, that opposite arm is going to be lifting up in front of us, making an L with our arms, bringing them back down to your sides, switching directions. We're going to be alternating side to side, keeping those elbows nice and straight. We're only lifting our arms up to shoulder height. As we're lifting, I want you to make sure your palms are facing down towards the ground. We're going to do 10 on each direction, so grab your weights. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Side 1. And switch. That's 1. Bringing one arm directly out to the side. Other one goes straight forward. That's 3. Standing up nice and tall. 4. You can allow a slight knee bend with those legs. That's 6. We're over halfway. 7. 8. 9, one more, each direction. And 10, and drop those weights, set them off to the side. During your rest break, feel free to grab some water or move around, keeping a little bit of your body active as you're recovering and getting ready for exercise number 2. For exercise number 2, we have a couple different variations for all of our lower body exercises today. We're going to be working on building our hip and glute strength and stability. So we're incorporating a lot of internal and external rotation in our hips. So for this first one, we are going to be doing a curtsy split squat. So what this is going to look like is we're going to step back with one leg. Instead of stepping just directly behind, we're going to cross that back leg over that midline. So it's a little bit past over towards the opposite foot. From here, your hips are still facing forward, holding on to the weights down at your sides. We're going to keep our feet in this position the whole time as we add our lunge. So we're just going to sink down and back up. I'll show you that side view. So we have this position, legs are crossed over that midline, hips are forward. You're going to allow your chest to lean forward slightly, bending those knees and straightening. The deeper we go into this lunge, the more challenging it is, the more pressure you might feel on those knee joints. So you can feel free to limit that range of motion. You can also keep that back leg directly behind and do regular split squats here today if it's a little bit too uncomfortable to get that internal rotation. We're going to do 12 on each side, starting with our right leg in front, starting in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Sinking down to that lunge. Standing tall, 1, keeping those legs in place. 2, 3, 4, back stays flat. 5, 6, halfway. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Shake those legs out. We're going to switch sides. Left leg in front, stepping back and crossing over with that right leg. Starting in 3, 2, 1, sinking down to that lunge, and up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Shake it out. Come on out of that exercise. Grab some water. We're going to take a little bit of a longer breather in between rounds. That was round 1 of superset number 1. We're going to do 2 more rounds of those 2 exercises. Take your time. We're going to take about 20 more seconds of rest, and then we're going right back to our alternating L raises. Feel free to stretch those arms out, stretch those hips out. You're in that nice internal rotated position. You might want to stretch the sides of those hips. Otherwise, let's get ready. Grab your weights for those L raises. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. And switch. 1, elbow stays straight. Lifting to that shoulder height. 3, 4, 5, halfway. 6, 7, almost there. 8, last 2, each side. And 10, and done. Set those weights down, shake it out. Starting up exercise number 2. We'll give it another 15 seconds. And then we're going to those curtsy split squats. Just as a reminder, you can keep that back leg just directly behind instead of including that internally rotated stance. It is also easier to balance if your foot is directly behind you as opposed to crossed over. So if you do a little bit of a struggle with balance, that may also help you out with this exercise. All right, everyone ready? We're gonna start with that right leg first. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 12 reps. Leaning forward slightly with that chest. Sinking as low as you can. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Take it out, and then switching legs. Left leg is in front. Crossing over that right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, round 2 is completed. One more round of those 2 exercises. Take your time. Maybe those quads are feeling tight. Add some butt kickers in there. Maybe it's still those hips that are feeling pretty tight today. You can add that nice figure 4 walk as you're resting. We're going to start back up in 20 seconds for round 3. Let's get those arms ready. Time for some shoulder work. Grab those weights. Last round of these L raises. We're going to start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, and 10, and done. Awesome job. Go ahead and set those weights down. Take your time. Enjoy a little breather. Last round of our curtsy split squats next. Let's give it another 15. Last chance for any water if you need it. Otherwise, grab those weights. Let's get in position. We're going to start with that right leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Shake those legs out. Left leg in front. In 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, and 12. Awesome job. Set those weights down. Take your breather. I'm going to demonstrate exercise number 1 of superset number 2. So now we're going back to an upper body exercise to start. This next upper body exercise will have a few variations. We are going to be incorporating quite a bit of core for this exercise as well. We are going to be on the ground. For this exercise, there is an option to be performing this on our knees. So if we need to, we want a little more cushion for those knees, now is the time. I'd recommend grabbing a pillow or folding up a towel or a blanket for some added cushion for those knee joints. We're going to be doing a renegade row for exercise number 1. So this exercise is pretty difficult, so we do have a few different variations, and I'll go through all of them. First variation, we're going to be doing this from our feet. If we're doing this from our feet, we're going to have both weights on the ground, sticking between a light to medium weight. I have 8-pounders for myself for this one. We're going to have our shoulders right over those wrists, legs straight, feet can be apart. The wider your stance is, the more stable you are, and the less intense it is. From here, we're going to take one arm, bringing that weight up. We're pulling our elbow to our rib cage, our shoulder blade to our spine. We're going to alternate side to side, holding that nice plank position. We can also do this from our knees in that kneeling plank position. Hips are flat, same movement here. We can also do this from more of an all fours position. In this all fours position, we'll have our knees right underneath those hips, back is flat, and we alternate those rows in our all fours position here. In our rows, I want you to pull those elbows right to that rib cage. We're going to do 10 to each side. I'm going to do round 1. I'm going to try this from my feet. Normally I do this from my knees, but I'm going to try to challenge myself today. So I'm going to try them from my feet. Feel free to join me for it. But we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Row up and switch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more each side, and 10, and done. Awesome job, relaxing out of that. Coming back up to a stand. We're gonna go into a sumo deadlift next. For our sumo deadlift, I'm gonna be using 1 heavy weight for this exercise. We can go 1 heavy dumbbell, or we can go 2 light to medium weights. We're gonna hold the weight down at our waist, and we're gonna have a wide stance with our feet turned out. For our wide stance, I want those legs to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. What our feet are gonna look like. For this exercise, we're gonna be focusing on bending at the waist, keeping that back nice and flat. We're gonna send those hips back, reaching that weight down between our legs. We're only going as low as we can, keeping that back nice and flat. From here, we're gonna push up through those heels, standing up tall. We're gonna get those glutes working here. So I want you to make sure your knees are only bending just a little bit, and we're not letting them bend over our toes. We're keeping our knees stacked right over those ankles. Pulling that belly button deep to our spine, engaging that core for this exercise. That'll help you keep your back nice and flat. Grab your weights. We are doing 12 of these, and we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it nice and slow, sending hips back, reaching down, standing up tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Awesome job, shake it out. Take your breather. That was round 1. 2 more rounds to go. Starting from the top with our renegade rows. We'll give it another 30 seconds. And then we'll go back to round 1. Or sorry, not round 1, exercise 1. Remember, for exercise 1 for these renegade rows, we can perform these from our feet, from a kneeling plank, or from an all-fours position with those knees right underneath those hips. Take your time, start making your way down to the ground. Get those weights ready. Remember, for this exercise, I want those shoulders stacked right over those hips. Keeping, if you're in a plank position, keeping those hips down, glutes are squeezed as well. Trying to avoid that side-to-side rock as much as we can. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Take it out. Set those weights off to the side. Slowly making your way back up to your standing position. We have our sumo deadlifts next. We'll start that up in about 15. All right. Grab those weights. Get ready. Wide stance. Feet turned out. Back stays nice and flat. And 3, 2, 1. Send those hips back. Reaching that weight down. Pressing through those heels to stand. 1, 2. We're doing 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there, 10, 11, and 12. Great work. Set that weight down, shake it out. Round 2 is complete. One last round to go of these 2 exercises. And then we'll move on to superset number 3. Let's give it another 25 seconds here. Feel free to do some walk and kicks, keeping that body warm and moving. You can also do some gentle side-to-side steps. Maybe getting a little bit of rotation to that spine, looking over that shoulder. You can stretch out those forearms if you need to as well. Otherwise, make your way down to that ground. Last time we're doing these renegade rows. Well, last time for today at least. All right. Let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1. Holding that neck plank position the whole time. Pulling that shoulder blade to your spine. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Take it out and slowly make your way back up to standing. Take your time moving to that standing position. Last round of those sumo deadlifts. All right. Let's give it another 10 seconds. So feel free to slowly get in position, grabbing those weights. Getting that stance ready. All right, let's start in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Keeping that back flat. Nice, steady motion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2. And 12. Great work. Go ahead and set your heavy weight off to the side if you're using that single dumbbell. We are going to go back to the upper body. Sorry to tell you guys, we are making our way back down to that ground. Same setup as last time. We have 1 floor exercise and 1 standing exercise. For this next one, we are doing a plank dumbbell pull through. So we're really working on our core here today, as well as a lot of shoulder strength and stability. So for this exercise, similar setup to those renegade rows. Our options are to be on our feet in that kneeling plank position, or on that all fours position with those hips stacked right over those knees. What our arms are going to be doing is a little bit different. We're going to have 1 dumbbell, light to medium weight here. For that dumbbell, we're going to place it directly behind one hand. Shoulders are still going to be over those wrists, but this time our hands are going to be on the ground. From our plank, kneeling plank, or all fours position, we are going to take that opposite hand reach, grab, pulling that dumbbell to the opposite side, and switch. Alternating side to side, switching that pulling motion. You guys ready? We're going to do 10 to each side. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's 1. Keeping that nice plank position if we're on our feet or our kneeling plank. Keep breathing. Halfway. Keep pulling. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Relaxing out of that. Making your way back up to your standing position. Next exercise, we're doing a side lunge. We're going to be alternating side to side here. For this exercise, a couple variations here as well. First variation, and this is the one I'm gonna be doing. Holding on to 2 weights. We're gonna stand, feet together. From here, we're gonna step out to one side, keeping our feet facing forward the whole time. We're gonna step out, shifting our weight, reaching those hands towards that ankle, and then bringing those feet together. Switching to that other side, stepping out, bending down into that side lunge position. For that side view, back is flat. Bending at the waist here as well. As we shift our weight, one leg stays straight, one leg bends. You can also do this wide stance. From here, same motion. We're just keeping that wide stance. Reach, standing tall, and switch. Keeping that wide stance the whole time. We're gonna do 12 to each side. So get ready, grab those weights. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Side number 1. Stepping out, lunge, and up. That's 1. 2. 3. Keeping those feet facing forward. That's 5. You're doing great. 6. Halfway. 7. 8. Almost there. 9. 10. 2 more to each side. And last one. And done. Great work. Set those weights down. Shake it out. Take your breather. Grab some water. That was round 1. You guessed it. 2 more rounds to go. All right, let's give it another 30 seconds. Take your time, catch your breath, and then slowly make your way back down to that ground for that dumbbell pull through exercise. Feel free to get that weight set up and in place. Adding some arm swings, get those shoulders prepped and ready to go. Let's give it another 10 seconds. And then we're going right into round 2. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's work keeping those shoulders right over those wrists the whole time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Take it out. Take your breather, slowly make your way back up to standing. Grab some water if you need it. We're gonna take 10 seconds, and then we'll get started. Grab those weights, alternating those side lunges. Remember, you can keep that wide stance the whole time. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, side 1. Stepping out, lunge, and together. Keeping that back flat. Reaching those hands towards your ankle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost there. 10, 11, one more to each side. And done. Set those weights off to the side. Take your breather. Round 2 is done. One more round to go. Let's give it 30 more seconds. Feel free to add some butt kickers in here. And a quad stretch. Whatever you need to do to get you ready to go for that last round. All right. Slowly make your way back down to that ground. Starting with our plank exercise. Get that weight ready and in position. We'll give it another 10, and then we'll get started. In 3, 2, 1, last round. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Shake it out. And slowly make your way back to standing. One last time on these side lunges. Get some water. We'll start with side lunges in 10 seconds. So get ready, grab those weights. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. That's 1. Last round of these. Make sure we're keeping that form just as good as round 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we are over halfway. 8, 9, 10, 2 more to each side. 11, last one. 12, and done. Great job. We're gonna end with just one core exercise. For this core exercise, we're gonna be laying on our back. We're gonna be using 1 dumbbell for this exercise. We're gonna be flat on our back. We're gonna be keeping our head on the ground, back flat on the ground. We are going to take that dumbbell. We're gonna hold it with both hands. I like to hold one end of the dumbbell, kind of making a triangle with my hands on that opposite end. From here, we're gonna pull our legs up into this 90-degree angle, keeping those knees stacked right over those hips, and our ankles even with our knees. From here, keeping that back flat, we're gonna take that weight, reaching back, trying to tap behind our head, and up. Keeping a soft elbow bend. We're not locking those elbows out, but we are reaching back with those arms. If we would like to increase the challenge here, We can straighten those legs out, holding here with that back leg, reach, and up. We can also keep our feet flat if we need to, if that starts to bother our hip flexors. As well as if we do have any shoulder issues, and that's a little bit too much to reach back, we can hold the weight up above, and we can just do the opposite and tap our feet instead of our hands. Those are variations depending on if we have any injuries. We're gonna do 10 reps, starting in 3, 2, 1. Legs up, reaching those arms back, keeping that back flat, and up, 1. Big exhale, lifting back up top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Great job. Set that weight off to the side. Go ahead and lower those feet. We're gonna take a little breather, and then we have 2 more rounds of this exercise. We are not gonna be alternating this exercise with another one. This will be our single exercise here. Feel free to drop those knees side to side. Getting a little bit of a stretch through those abdominals here. We're gonna give it 10 more seconds. And then we're going back into round 2. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up, reaching those arms back, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back is flat. 5, 6. Make sure you're still breathing. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Set that weight out to the side. Once again, we're going to take about 20-30 seconds of a rest break. And stay laying on your back. Adding some side-to-side knee rocks. Catching that breath. You can also take the time right now to grab any water if you need to. We're going to start back up in 10 seconds. Last round, and then we'll end with some nice stretches. In 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Back is flat. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Set that weight off to the side. Let's get into a little bit of a stretch. We're going to start stretch number 1 on our back. We're going to stretch those hips out a little bit. Taking that right leg, I want you to cross it right above that left knee. Pressing that right knee out. We're opening our hip. If we need to, we want to increase the stretch. Lift that left leg off the ground. Reaching behind those thighs and pulling those legs closer to our chest. Still actively pressing that right knee out, making a nice figure 4 with those legs. One more deep breath here. And relaxing out of that. Switching sides. Crossing that left leg over that right. Figure 4 position. Keeping our right foot flat. Or lifting it up. Reaching. And lacing those fingers back behind your thighs. One more deep breath here. And releasing those legs, uncrossing. rolling to our side. We're going to slowly move and lift our head up. Moving to a nice seated position. We're gonna lace those fingers back behind our back. Palm is facing up. With those fingers laced, we're gonna straighten those elbows. Pulling those hands away from our hips. Shoulders are pulling down away from our ears. Lifting that chin up. Give me 3 deep breaths. And releasing your hands, shake it out. And that is all of the exercises I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining. My name's Amber. This was our Dumbbell Strength. I hope you had a good workout and have a great rest of your day. And see you next time.